Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another The Unfiltered Tea. Um, Aurora, do you have yourself ready to go? No, I do not. Did I think I was ready? Uh-huh. Has it been one of those weeks? Yes. Hi, I'm back. I'm going to do another short one, probably short because it's just me and I zoom went on my own. But President Biden gave a speech from the Oval Office, and then today, Kamala Harris dropped the most epic political ad I've ever seen, and one that I actually wanted to watch more than once. So, are we going to go over it? Uh huh. Do I think YouTube? Sorry, I have dog fur attached to my face, which I totally should have handled before I hit the record button, but I didn't notice it until I was recording. So, yay for live recording. Um, no, what we are going to do, I apologize. There, I got it. Um, we're gonna look at it together. So I'm gonna hope that fair use, because it's fair use. We're gonna talk about it because one, I personally think it's awesome, but two, whoever actually designed this ad, because we know it wasn't her, is a genius, a political genius. And I would say that no matter which side, like I might hate it if we were flipped, but just objectively, it is a good ad. Um, and it's what you need. So we are going to talk about that and a couple other things. I have a little something silly to cap off our evening, and then we're going to leave it there because there's a lot of life things coming up after. So 2 shows 1 week. What am I doing? I don't know. Roll the intro, Aurora. Just roll the intro. Let's go. Hello and welcome to The Unfiltered Tea, a show where we say all the things you wish the newscasters said, unscripted and unfiltered. We talk about news, politics, and entertainment, so pull up your soapbox, pour yourself a cuppa, and let's go. So, fun fact, when we get there, I'm just going to point out that I wrote my intro before we had today's little sound bite from Madam Harris. So I'm just saying. Um, but I love that it's there now. Oh no, voice. Are we gonna do this now? Oh no, no voice. Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, so we are going to start with the Biden speech. I thought of pulling it up. And then I thought, maybe not. We're just going to talk about it because bless that man. Even an 11-minute speech will, it, it, it's a good speech. It's a brilliant speech. His delivery is not always the best. And in this particular instance, it wasn't. It's not his fault. It's just personal taste on that end. It is a great speech. Here's what I can say about it. Everybody raise your hand if you got 5 minutes into the speech and started hearing one last time from Hamilton in your head. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How many times have I had to listen to that today? A lot, because that's how my brain works. So we can all just go listen to that song and picture Joe Biden singing it, and I think we're good because that was basically the speech. However, here is something that we are going to talk about because it's come up in a few of the things that he said. It came up in his note saying he was passing the torch, came up in one other spot, and then he put it into the speech last night. But where he puts it has my radar up. So we're going to have a fun little, we're going to go down speculation lane tonight because I have some thoughts, and internet, we're going to find out if I'm right in a few months. So heading down I should make a bumper for speculation lane. I like that. We should, I will create that at some other time. So He's mentioned it in a few different places, but it's where he's mentioned it that because Biden is a shady queen, he couches things like that in very particular places where he's not hiding it. He's not hiding Supreme Court reform. It's just where it's placed makes me think that it's bigger than what he would otherwise do. So by passing the torch off to Kamala for running for president, that now frees him up to actually get a bunch of work done. And he can then take the blame for whatever is coming from whatever side it comes from, while she can legitimately just be out campaigning and building her platform. There can actually be this split between them that isn't complete, but is enough that he might actually be able to do something bigger, such as expand the court, utilize some of their rulings in a way that is more long-term thinking as opposed to short-term thinking. And when I say that, I am thinking of it this way. It seems as though Joe Biden might be going to work in trying to find the places where he can put these stopgaps in so that if everything goes haywire, and the country makes some choices and many of the elements of Project 2025 actually do start to try and come into play. I think what Biden is trying to do with the Supreme Court is actually get some serious stopgaps in to make it harder for some of the more problematic and dangerous things to actually happen. That's my thought on that, because we don't really want to live in a country where people, and I say I just in general, I do not believe that people want to generally live in fear of their neighbor. And that's a whole different conversation about how the media stokes that and things like that. But there's a lot in Project 2025 that is very, very 1930s Germany in its flavor. And that is terrifying. Um, and so I think the number of times he's mentioned it, it strikes me that it is something where he wants to be able to say in 3 months, hey, I told you I was going to do a thing. It was just, y'all skipped over it. That's on you. So that was one of the things. Also, cheers to Biden's timing on that. Because I saw somewhere, I had even forgotten that Netanyahu was addressing Congress. And with Biden speaking, and when he was speaking, it meant that got reasonably no airplay. So the talking points and stuff like that didn't get any airplay, which I thought was pretty good. And then on top of that, I appreciate the level of shade that it requires to be able to just grab the narrative, run with it, and every time. So Trump, to his credit, Trump is the king, the absolute king of just wrestling the narrative away from anybody. And Biden never lets him do it. And Biden grabbed the narrative, ran with it, and no matter how hard Trump has tried in the last few days, he can't get it back. And it feels like that is a record. So that is that. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us take a peek, because I think we're gonna see if my speculation lane comes to pass. Let's keep an eye on what ends up happening with the Supreme Court. There's a few things being floated. Some things I'd be okay with, some things I would be nervous about. But let's see. And with that, we're going to swoop and we're going to get to that ad. All right. Cheers. I am taking a moment to cheers the political genius that designed this ad. We're going to watch it. We are going to watch it together. And heaven help me. Hopefully, I don't have to clip it out. If I have to clip it out, I will post the link down below. Because I think it's a good political ad for a lot of different reasons. So we're going to go through it. We're going to take a look at it. I'm going to tell you why I think it's a great political ad. And we're really going to hope that the algorithm doesn't come for us, because it is fair use, guys. We're talking about it. So let's, and it's all over everywhere, but you know, my legal team is smaller than some of the mainstream channels. So let us take a look at this political ad. Are we in the right spot? I don't know. We will find out.
In this election, we each face a question. What kind of country do we want to live in? There are some people who think we should be a country of chaos, of fear, of...
So, one, I don't think I need to check my audio, because I don't think that audio is correct. That is a terrible pause face. Anyway, I appreciate that it's just some people. Some people. Some people. Is my audio correct, guys? I don't know. This is where being live would be helpful, because I won't know until the end. Yes, I will. I have my ways. I have my ways. All right. I can't look at this face anymore. Let's keep going.
hate. But us, we choose something different.
This is lovely, but I don't think the audio is there. Hang on, guys. I could probably, give me a moment. I have to figure something out. I will be right back. This will be a little weird because I record live, but give me a minute. I'm going to figure this out. Hi, I have returned. I think I fixed it. So, sorry about that. I think I fixed it. So we're gonna catch back up with the now we're about to have a montage of smiles, which is I highly approve. Given that they've been talking about the cackling of Kamala. One of the things I love about this ad is it's just embiggen myself, Aurora. One of my favorite things about this entire ad is that it's like, oh, you said this about me? I'll own that. Oh, you said this about me? I'll own that too. Oh, you said that? Mine. It's just, it's brilliant in that particular way. Am I being a fangirl at the moment? Yes, because most of the time I hate political ads. This one is actually kind of cool. Let's get, no, hey, play.
Freedom, freedom, I can't move. Freedom, cut me loose.
Also, points for the dating. We always have it.
The freedom not just to get by, but get ahead. The freedom to be safe from gun violence. The freedom to make decisions about your own body. We choose a future where no child lives in poverty.
I mean, I am going to pause and say this is a political ad, and I know what some of her views are, so we know that some of this is exaggerated just slightly, just a little bit. But who knows? Maybe she will surprise me, because Biden sure has.
We can all afford health care. where no one is above the law. We believe in the promise of America, and we're ready to fight for it. Because when we fight, we win.
Also, all of that. Way to take back the picture we've all been looking at for a week.
So join us. Go to KamalaHarris.com and let's get to work.
I'm a kid
Oh wait, sorry, I stopped it.
running because the winner don't quit on themselves.
Is that using that particular line from Beyonce's song? I mean, when Queen Bee says, "Hey, go ahead and use this song of mine. I give you permission." And that's what you do with it. So well done. So well done. Just objectively well done. That is how you utilize the song. First of all, pay attention to the song. Second of all, that was the correct song to use, which Beyonce knew. But also knowing what some of the second guessing was going to happen, using that line to end the ad, I thought was just brilliant. So whoever did that ad, I look forward to your next one. I do. Don't fuck it up. Do not fuck it up. You came out swinging. I have faith that you can do the same thing again. Because if I get to watch ads like that for the next few months, I'm okay with that. If I have to watch ads like I usually do, I will turn them all off. I will turn them all off. I mean, that ad was so good, it has gotten more free play than I have ever seen a political ad get. Now, I'm only in my 40s, but still. So anyway, had to fangirl over that particular ad because, well, there was a time in my life where I thought I might go into politics and campaigns. And then I met some of the people that actually choose to do that. And I went to culinary school because that makes sense, right? All right. So we've covered that. I am now we got to find out when the debates are going to be because I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. Will we cover the debates when they happen? Yes. Tell me in the comments how you want me to cover it. I will go live if we want to go live. That might be the only way I can stand it. But anyway, let me know. Oh, this is a good time for me to also say I forgot to do it at the front end. Do the things. Do all the YouTubey things. If you like this, if you like these short ones, seems like you do. I have a lot of likes on here on the last one. So if you like these shorter dives, I can make it a regular thing. Also, let me know what you're interested in for the longer stories as well, because Mandy will be back on my planet again shortly. And I'm sure we have a lot to talk about. So that was my thing where I have to say do the things because the algorithm likes it when you do the liking and the subscribing and all of that. So I'm gonna swoop and we're gonna move on to our final fun little thing. And then I will say goodnight and yeah, swoop. Look at me having a whole plan and everything and almost getting it in. So don't mind me, I need to make these things go away or I will get very confused. I just need that to not be in my line of sight or I will distract myself, which doesn't take much. So here's the fun thing for the evening. So we did news, politics, and tonight was all politics, but because every so often something crosses my feed and it makes me do a double take. In this particular case, I don't know why the algorithm felt the need to tell me that Eminem had bumped Taylor Swift off of the Billboard charts, where the her latest album. I know it had something to do with poets. Is it in my head? No, because I'm not a Swiftie. If you are, great, you do you. I, I'm I'm not. I don't expect you to like the music I like. So I respect to her lyrics, um, but I'm not always gonna remember her album name. So her Taylor Swift's album has been living um in the number one slot for I don't know how long, because Swifties run the world and are backed up by Beyonce, Beehive, I think, or they both run the world. I don't know. Everybody runs the world. So they she's been there, and then Eminem's new album just came along and booted Taylor Swift, which is not something that I had on my bingo card. For I mean, I think we've all kind of burned our bingo cards after 2020, but I didn't see that happening. And then everybody has been talking about this Eminem album. So I was like, all right, I like me a bit of Eminem from time to time. I'm not gonna go all Ari Melber on us. Don't worry, I'm not gonna try and quote anything because that would not end well. But I did listen to a lot of it, and it is. I mean, I have to, because of how my brain works in when I'm listening to rap, I really need to see the words while I'm listening to it, because otherwise it goes in and out and I don't always catch it. So I was doing that. So I pulled it up on Spotify and I was doing that. And I was laughing so hard. I mean, the music is good. It's just when he comes for everybody. He comes for everybody in this album. And then I got almost to the end of it and I realized, wait a minute. It's like listening to the last 2+ years of Emily D. Baker. So while we're on speculation lane, I I think Eminem, I think Marshall Mathers, I think he's a law nerd. Maybe I'm wrong. It's just there was something in the lyrics that made me go, well, I know what episode that came from. I mean, it's all pop culture stuff, so I'm probably just trying to make a fan base happen that isn't there. But if you're a law nerd like me, join me on speculation lane because it makes me happy. Because I and the album is good. I mean, is it for everybody? No. I enjoy it and I don't take it so seriously. I would need to wait and actually have a conversation with him as to whether or not I could tell you. I mean, there are some things where I'm like, dude, can you not? But then the next song is himself saying, dude, can you not? So, anyway, I enjoyed it. I found it hilarious. Maybe I'm not supposed to be laughing so hard at that. Maybe it's not a joke. I got completely sidetracked because I'm convinced now he's a law nerd. So now I want to know if he's in the chat. And if he's in the chat, have we interacted? What's his chat? How does he interact? Do we see his super chats often? I have questions. I have questions. I think he's a law nerd. Maybe I'm wrong. But if you know and can confirm this, please let me know. Like, without giving anything away. But why? Because I'm a total dork. That's why. And again, I, in fairness, I did try to listen to the Taylor Swift album as well. I tried. It's not my thing. I will quote her lyrics all day long because the lyrics are great. It's the music. It's the music composition that does not hit the things that I need it to hit for me musically. It's no shade to her. It's just not my scene. So, who am I scared of on the internet? Swifties. Why? Because they mobilize and they're good at organization and stuff in a way that I am not. So, that was just my fun little entertainment thing. I listened to the album. I thought it was hilarious. Is it going to be on constant repeat in my world? No. Why? Because I'm a 42-year-old suburban white lady. I am not a demographic that his stuff is aimed at all. I don't, and it's not, but I love it. So I will listen to it from time to time. I just recognize that my lane is not his lane, and that's okay. I, I, you know, somebody please let me the internet. If he's a law nerd, and we know that, can I find out? Can we send me if he's a law nerd? I am findable in the chat. Pretty easy to find me in the chat. So, just saying. It would make me happy if I am correct. I'm probably wrong, but while we went down speculation lane, that's that. What is coming up? I don't know. I give up. I give up. Every time I think I know what I'm going to cover, the news takes a hard left, and I have to chase my tail to try and catch up with it. So, we've got stuff coming. This is another short episode. Let me know if you wait, hang on. Aurora, hang on. Stop talking. Swoop. I have to timestamp. It's easier if I timestamp if I do the swoop, because then I can just end this, find the stamps, go forward. If there's a weird cut, it means that the YouTube algorithm did not like me playing that political ad, because, song. Oh, my brain buffered. I'm sorry. Anyway, I will be back next week. If Tuesday and Thursday works, let me know in the comments. If you're liking this plan, if you're liking what we're doing, let me know by hitting like, let me know by hitting the subscribe, and let me know in the comments if A, there's a story that you want me to cover, or B, if these days work for you. They seem to work out well for me, so we're trying this experiment. I need to stop talking. You guys need to go do whatever else it is you need to do. Have a fantastic weekend, because I will not be back until next week. Life things, if, as usual, for the most up-to-date stuff, my random thoughts and cute dog pictures. Go follow me there on Instagram, Threads. I post almost nothing on Twitter, but I'm there. And them's my public spaces that you can find me at. With that, have a fantastic evening. Happy almost Friday. I'm gonna roll the outro, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for joining us for another episode of The Unfiltered Tea. Don't forget to hit that like button. If you have a story you want our unfiltered take on, go ahead and drop it in the comments.